If you haven't seen recently, I've made quite a few videos growing my NipNip empire in No Man's Sky, essentially starting out with just like 8 or 12 NipNip and multiplying it. I've been able to get a lot of progress done. Let me show you the second room above and how ridiculous it is. Right up here, you can see all the NipNips that I have planted. This like isn't even as big as it can go, but it already is enough at max settings on my computer to cut off a rendering distance for buildings, you know? So I've been harvesting all this NipNip. I'm going to go through and do it again. It grows back every 4 hours, and there's something today I want to like kind of, you know, just do some math on. We're going to figure out, and I kind of need to do it because the past few times I've been playing, I've had some complications with the passive revenue empire. It hasn't been as passive as I wanted it to be. The main thing with these NipNip buds is when we harvest them, you can see they instantly will stack in stacks of 20. So I can take these and I can sell them for 47,000 units each. What I want to do today is essentially we're going to take out all the NipNip I have because I have like maybe around 1,000, maybe 1,500. Not sure how much I'll have after this harvest, but we'll see. I'm going to take out all of that NipNip and then we're going to run the numbers and see, you know, is it worth my time to be turning these into Herbal Crunchies, which is like the NipNip edible, or should we just harvest the NipNip and sell it right away? There we go. Yo, I got the optimized setup, man. I'm getting all the plants harvested, all 4 at a time. I did so much, my sprint finally ran out. That's crazy. But yeah, we're getting better at even this part, just the harvesting of them. You know, you can glitch build it so you can harvest them all at once, but I kind of like the idea of just having a crap ton of rooms with NipNip buds around that I got to pick up. Adds a lot to the atmosphere of my freighter, you know? Well, there we go. I got 480 NipNip buds from all that. I'm gonna try to put them all in my exosuit. Oh, damn, I got like no room left. I have to transfer some stuff out of my inventory to fill it up. I still have more NipNip buds. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be ridiculous. Like, look at that, man. It's insane. There's so many. So each one of these 10 stacks sells for 472,000 units. So doing the math quick, I know I have 480. If I was to times this value by 10, or wait, why am I doing that? I can just bring it to the fucking machine. So I bring it to the Galactic Trade Terminal right now, and I was to sell these NipNip buds in my inventory. I could get 24 mil from them. Now that's based off of 520 NipNip buds. Okay, so I'm going to do 520 NipNip buds, but now I'm going to times it by the overall number. Like these would be sold for 60k each if they were edibles. So when I put that in the calculator, I get 31 mil, bringing it up about 7 mil. So in total, that's like a 22% increase if I'm doing my math right, which isn't that bad. But when I'm thinking about it, so in total, that's like 7 mil, right? For 500 of them. If I was to do that like 1,000 times, I'd get about 15 extra mil, which isn't too bad. But let me show you what we have to do in order to do that. So first, I want to put some of these NipNip buds away, but I think I got them in this storage container. Yeah, and it's almost full. Ridiculous. But okay, so we'll put those in there. I want to go pick up some of my normal plants because for this process, really all we need is cactus flesh, as we're going to be taking that cactus flesh and going to the nutrient processors, and then you put a bit of it in here and make cactus nectar. That cactus nectar is going to be used to make it into sugar, and then you already have 1 out of 2 ingredients done. I'm going to get 3 refiners set up on all this cactus nectar that I can, or I can show you right now with 100 cactus nectar, it'll process into sugar. Now, the other thing we need is these frost crystals. Pretty easy to get, and we get 400 from 8 plants, and now I'm going to put them in here. I got a bunch in my inventory. They're going to give us back glass grains, and when we put glass grains back in the refiner, it'll give us back flour. So it's pretty straightforward. You combine the sugar and the flour to make the dough, but then you also need to do it once again with the NipNip. So let me show you what I mean, because I've kind of weighed it out, and I don't think I'm going to be doing it too often unless I want to make the items for stuff like giveaways, like I built a racetrack, or, you know, like some gambling type stuff. If I want to have fun with other players, I'll probably be using them. But when it comes to like, yeah, streamlining the passive revenue empire, I really don't think this is worth it. So each of these nutrient processors, they're all going to take 4 minutes each. So you can like stack them even more than I have. You know, I have 6 of them here. You could have 20 or whatever, you know, have as many as you can manage but I'll show you what I mean. In total, we're gonna wait around here for 4 minutes for it to get turned into the first product, which is gonna be like the glass grains or the cactus nectar. And then after that, we have to wait another 4 minutes. So add that up to at least 10 minutes for the first cycle. You have to do that twice for 2 different items too. So consider that, you know, either 20 minutes or like, you know, 10 minutes if you're doing both of them at the same time really fast. It's already not looking good. So after those are done though, then you have to reprocess them. Like after these glass grains are done, I have to pick them up and put them back in there to turn into flour. Another big problem with this too is if you're on your freighter and you're doing this, don't go anywhere, because any items in your refiner can get lost when you end up warping. What else are the causes? Like logging in and out, you know, or even like checking out any of your other bases. Just don't do anything, you know. Stay in the same room, the same area. It's brutal, you know. You can't even like let these run for 4 minutes, hit your passive farms, and then come back, or else this would be way more like appealing. Like I said, the only reason why I want to make these edibles now it's just for like the looks and for the video, you know, for the NipNip empire. That's about it, you know. But the overall like money making thing, yeah, I would suggest you guys just harvest your NipNips and go sell them right away. You know, you're missing out on 20% income for something that is going to cost you way more time. For me to harvest all those plants up there, I can do that every 4 hours, and it takes me about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I get 520 NipNip buds. If I want to turn those into what we're doing right now, it's going to cost me at least another like 10 to 20 minutes. What, just to make another 20% profit? So really, yeah, like that's where all my math and other stuff has come in. I've been thinking a lot about it as we've been setting up the NipNip empire video by video. So I do warn you, you know, I wouldn't do it if I was you, unless you want to do like crazy crack stuff like me or specific goals. This is not that fun. This is brutal, dude. Yeah, there we go. Gonna turn the cactus nectar into sugar now. We've got this sugar, which is done. I can keep that in my exosuit, and I do have some ingredients I can refine, not many, but I do have enough to make refined flour and a you know, a first 100 stack of putty. But yeah, once you do have 100 processed sugar, and then once you have the 100 refined flour, you combine that, you know, you're gonna get sugar dough. You're making some money there. It's just this is a really brutal ass way to do it, dude. I'm sure there's like a lot of other ways in game that aren't even exploit wise that are still legit. That would be a better way to make money, because this like, yeah, like I've shown you, taking forever. Even with like 3 to 4 cycles, I think I still need even more than that just to make all the NipNip edibles. But just for testing, I'm gonna hang out here and I'll come back when I have exactly like 1,000 sugar dough ready. Right now there's 20 in the processor, you know, it's slowly getting made. So I'm gonna make all the ingredients for it and go one by one, get it done. Maybe even add in a couple extra nutrition rooms just because this is so insane. And yeah, we'll do our best, you know. Oh yeah, no, this is disgusting. Like I even added in 2 more. I'm capping out at like around 500, man. We're going on like 20 minutes. Literally, I'm at 15 right now for how long I've been sitting here making this stuff. So yeah, if you want to make like 1,000, you might be looking at like a half hour to hour worth of your time, even if you have all the farms materials set up. Is half an hour worth it to stand around in your base just to make an extra like what, 7 mil off of 500? I don't think so. I think you make 7 mil off by just landing on a planet with good scanner upgrades, you know what I mean? But we're not even at the worst part yet, you know. After this cycle, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna switch it over to the fucking mind-numbing one, because they completely made it like brain dead anyways. So if you do want to get into this, you got to be aware that it is not easy to just drop your stacks of NipNip buds in these things. They're a part of that category of items where you can only stack a certain amount of them, which is just fucking insane. Yeah, this is like brain dead. So I still like need to do more cycles to get the 1,000 sugar dough. I don't even want to get 1,000 sugar dough. I'm gonna stop with this stuff, whatever I have on me right now, and just break that down to make more sugar dough. But as you can see, these are all only worth like 500k. They're not worth a lot anyways, but adding them to a NipNip bud will increase the overall value by both items combined by about 7k. So even if I just sold these, yeah, it's like I'm making less money if I just consider the base value of these alone. And no, time for the worst part. So finally, you know, we have 100 sugar dough. Okay, we can make 100 simple biscuits, right? Well, we can only make 10 fucking herbal crunchies at a time. So that means you have to go up to a bunch of different processors, put in sugar dough, put in NipNip buds. Like, this is crazy, dude. So that's why, like, you're kind of capped, you know. You'll probably have like 4, 5, maybe 6 nutrient processors that you'll like go in between, and they continuously add a stack of NipNip buds too. Like, it is ridiculous. So those are on like a 20-second timer. Everything else is on a 4-minute timer. It just makes the AFK ability of it like not there. It's not AFKable at all. It's the opposite of AFK, dude. There's so much micromanagement to do with this. But yeah, you just gotta wait. You know, you can hear the sound cue for when they turn off. You go add your NipNip buds, and then yeah, wait until they're done and do it again in 20 more seconds. Like, I don't know why it's so low, why they couldn't even cap it at say 20, maybe even 40 or 50. Like, it's just crazy to me. And I've heard like stasis devices are like cracked, like you can sell them and just get insta like unit cap. So I don't know what's going on there. You know, why those would be like so easy to get. I'll have to see when I get into them myself. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking this is not the way to go for passive revenue empire. This is the way to go for a NipNip empire, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a very demanding, like, specific way to play the game. Yeah, I'm gonna start queuing up as many of these as I can, just going back and forth between them, loading them up with NipNip buds. I got a ton in my storage as well, so I'll just get rid of all my sugar dough that I can. We'll see at the end how many herbal crunchies we have. There we go, getting this NipNip herbal crunchy stuff made. It's fucking tedious, man. Like, what's crazy about this too is that, like, I don't know why they would do this to the cookies. I mean, like, what, were people really exploiting them that much, or are they really that easy to exploit? I feel like if they just let players probably make, you know, them a bit easier, then they'd probably use them more, or like give them out more of the anomaly and whatnot. Like, as a new player, you'd probably be hyped seeing, like, you know, herbal cookies. Well, if you knew what they were, at least, you know, it's kind of I don't know, you know, there's gotta be some reason. The devs know better than I do, but we are getting there. Slowly depleting this NipNip stack, just 10 at a time. You see how, like, brain dead this is? Like, obviously, if I have like hundreds or like 1,000 or more, yeah, it's gonna get stupid. But at least at this moment, I'm like continuously going back and forth from refiner to refiner to refiner, or I guess nutrient processor, you know what I mean? Like, this is consistent stuff, but yeah, like I said, it's very far from like passive revenue or easy money. I've almost depleted my inventory, so soon I can go to my storage and grab some more NipNip from there. All right, finally, inventory is depleted. I can go to my storage container and grab more. I've got yeah, I've got this full thing filled up with them too. All right, let's take this much. That's like 2 crops like worth, you know, about 1,000 in total. I don't know if I'll be able to process them all. I am making more sugar dough, but yeah, starting to run out. It's like, it doesn't feel like I can go fast enough. You know, like constantly slacking behind. Nutrient processors are shutting off. I gotta reactivate them. You know, after going back and forth to all of these machines like a maniac, like, yeah, the only thing I've learned from doing all of this is that drugs are still bad, you know? Nothing good comes from them. Like, we're not even making good money from this. This is brutal. All right, I've gone through my inventory again. I might be able to deplete my storage, but yeah, I do not recommend this, man. All right, I've got like almost, I think, all of them done. I got 100 more sugar dough being made, but I'm not fucking with it. I'll touch that another day if it doesn't despawn by the time I scratch my head or something. Just got this one processor left with the sugar dough that's inside, and then we have a bunch of herbal cookies, or herbal crunchies, I mean. But yeah, last stack. I'm gonna save the rest of the NipNip buds. The only benefit I can see to doing all this is that NipNip buds can stack in 20 in the storage, or 10 in your inventory. So you could at least increase that up to 100 by doing this and combining the items, but still, it's like, unless you just want to bulk hoard herbal crunchies, this is brain dead. Dough augmentation, what is that? There we go. Last herbal crunchy made. Oh, thank the Lord. Let's see, how many do we have now? Yeesh, man, that's a good amount. We still got 950 out of them, and then I have some NipNip buds left over. But yeah, like, if I'm not going to sell these, but I'll see how much we're gonna make, because like I said, I'd rather just hang on to these. I'll give them away eventually. We'll do some type of event in the video, have some viewers join or something, bring some players from the anomaly on. Fuck, where the hell is my trade terminal, dude? I don't know the layout of my freighter at all. Okay, here we go. So if we went to sell it right now, the NipNip buds we have 18 million left worth, and then going down to the herbal crunchies, we have 64 mil. So we actually have 1,050 herbal crunchies right now. That's not bad. I've heard that if you sell it to like a pilot or a landed pilot or whatever, you get more. I'm not quite sure about that. I have to test that out still, but all in all, what I have learned today is that, yeah, this is not worth it unless you want to do what I'm doing, where you're gonna hold them on, you know, just for like kind of like, you know, just to have an item. Like, if you don't want to item hoard, it's kind of just brain dead, you know. But hey, they even stack up to 200 in the storage container, so that is impressive, you know. In that regard, I can see that making it like a little bit more worth it. Profit wise though, units per hour, no, go do other stuff. There's so many things to do in this game, man. Like, this is only like one little part of it, but I wouldn't focus a whole lot on this, you know. Anyways though, if you guys enjoyed this No Man's Sky video, make sure you check out my other ones. I got the whole playthrough video by video, with the 100 days video being the start. You leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon, channel memberships, or donation link to help me keep afloat. And with that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.